Gandhi, I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Can we, like if you taught Ashwini last time, can
Yeah.
we take a chart while we are telling something about someone? Can we take a chart and can we discuss the chart, like some standard charts like Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, anyone you feel like, because it will give more clarity on the, how to use these nakshatras in various charts and
Yeah. So
what will actually
yes.
come out of it.
Yes. So what we have done in the Telugu classes as well, I've taught at least 1, 2, 3 nakshatras. Let the Kritika complete so that you have enough information. You have enough information to apply. Then we can look all three together. Then we'll have one class maybe with 10 horoscopes or 15 horoscopes, and we can look all of them together. Then we'll understand much better.
No, that's right. That's right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We can do that. Thank you. Thank
you. Sir,
yeah.
This is Nagu.
Okay.
So the way actually the properties of the Ashwini Nakshatra we have to see for the Lagna Dispositor, Lagna Cusp. Similarly, can we try to apply them to the 10th Lord, 7th Lord, something like that? Like, for example, I was just thinking that during in a railway station, like some guys will be like selling tea or idli and they will be running along the train also. I mean, they're always on the move. For that's a profession. So can we something like say 10th Lord is somewhere connected to the Ashwini?
Okay.
Something like that.
If you go to the website, last time due to the lack of time, the last week class, due to lack of time, I did not explain each of the house connections. You have to see each house connection to Ashwini and then see how it is working. So if the cusp of Ashwini is with the dispositor of the 10th Lord, that's when the Ashwini is more influenced. Okay, let me just give you an example so that you'll understand. I think the Tushar suggestion, I would take it up because a few people are not very conversant with the understanding. So let me give that understanding first.
Sure, thank you. Yeah.
I'm not looking at chat, so if you type on the chat, it will become a little difficult. So you can just interrupt me whenever you want. Okay, so let me just share Jagannatha Hora so that I can show you a random horoscope. Okay, this is a random thing. Let me just switch on Hindi chart. Give me a second. You can see the chart, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just changing it to North Indian chart so that Tusharji is also here. Okay. So now you see where Ashwini is. Right now, Ashwini on this chart is in the 10th house, right? So let me just move this a little bit so that it's not very confusing. It's a sorry. It's a random chart, so don't worry. Now you see the Ashwini is in the 11th house. Okay. The chart shows Ashwini is in the 11th house. However, the cusp right now that's falling in Ashwini is the cusp that is falling in the 11th house of Aries is Bharani. Because if you see, Lagna is at 17 degrees. So if you map the 11th house at 17 degrees, you will get Bharani. Because Ashwini first pada will be till 3 degree 20 minutes. Second pada will be till 6 degree 40 minutes. And then 10 minutes. And then 13 degree 20 minutes. So by the end of 13 degree 20 minutes, Ashwini will be over. Now, based on your Lagna degrees, in each house, you can see 17 degree 11 minutes is the Lagna. In each house, we will take the cusp of the house as 17 degree 11 minutes. So now the Aries sign 17 degree 11 minutes will fall in Bharani Nakshatra. That's how we will look at it. Anybody who has not understood what I said? This is clear, right? This is how the cusp is looked at.
Can you say it once more, sir?
Yeah, I'll say it one. I'll repeat it once again. Let me just move this Lagna a little bit so that it will become a little more easier.
Class
Can you just mute yourselves up, please, or let me mute everyone. So I've muted everyone. Just in case somebody wants to talk, please go back and unmute yourself. Okay. Okay. Now you see the cusp of the Lagna is 3 degree 29 minutes. So 3 degree 29 minutes in Gemini. Okay. This is Gemini. Whoever is seeing the South Indian chart, this is Gemini. Whoever is seeing the North Indian chart, there is 3 marked here. So this is Gemini. So Aries falls in the 11th house from here. If you count 11 houses, you'll get Aries. Now the cusp of Aries of 11th house is in Ashwini because the Lagna is in 3 degree 29 minutes. This is 11th house cusp is in Ashwini second quarter or second pada, because till the first quarter, the degrees will be 3 degree 20 minutes, because 30 degrees of a Rashi is divided into 9 padas. So each pada will be 3 degree 20 minutes. So when you add up 3 degree 20 to 3 degree 20 for the second pada, you get 6 degree 40 minutes. Okay. Then you get 10 degrees and 0 minutes. Then you get 13 degree 20 minutes. You just keep adding 20 minutes. So when you add 20, 20 and 20, 3 times 20 will make it 60. So you get 10 and then get 0 minutes. So every time you make 3 padas of progress, you will get 10 and then 10 and then 10. All put together will be 30. So that's why it is called as Drekana. Drekana means a Rashi is divided into 3 parts. So each part will be 10 degrees. That means 3 padas of the nakshatra. Now this cusp is 3 degree 29 minutes, which is 1 pada is over and it's in the second pada. So each of the Rasi you have to count the second pada. Each of the Rasi you have to count the second pada. Can you mute up yourselves, please? It's too disturbing. I have muted you, Durga Rao. Okay, please be on mute. There's no need for video. You can switch your video off. Now 3 degree 29 minutes is the cusp. So you have 3 degree 20 minutes is over. First pada is over. And the second pada of the Gemini is running. In the second pada of Gemini, what happens is Gemini starts with the third pada of Mrigashira. So the second pada in Gemini is the fourth pada of Mrigashira. So if you know the basics of how the Rashis were divided, you will understand this. Even if you don't understand this, I'll put a clip of this. Just go back a few times here and there. Have any Panchanga, either written in Telugu, if you're a Telugu guy, have a Panchanga in front of you and see what nakshatras are falling in each sign. So if you see Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika will fall in Mesha or the Aries sign, wherein Ashwini 4 padas and Bharani 4 padas, and then Kritika 1 pada will be in Aries. That way, if you keep counting 9 padas for every Rashi, you can get this in Panchanga. That's the easiest way to have a look at it. You can either take a Telugu Panchanga if you're fluent in Telugu, or a Hindi Panchanga if you're fluent in Hindi. In both the places, it will be mentioned which Rasi belongs to which, which nakshatras belong to which Rashi. Go back and have a look at them. Now, how do I find a cusp is, you just need to count the number of padas the Lagna has progressed. That you would see with the longitude here. That's the easiest way of looking at it. 3 degree 20 minutes. You have to remember this number. 3 degree 20 minutes. That's one pada. You keep adding the number of padas. So you get 3 degree 20 has lapsed, and now this is at 3 degree 29 minutes. Anything over the number is going to make it fall in the next quarter. So right now the cusp is in the second pada of Gemini. Now I have to count in the Aries. If you're looking at this chart, in the Aries, I have to count the second pada. That is, the Ashwini first pada is the first pada. Then the second pada is the Ashwini, second pada is the cusp. So there is Ashwini here in the Aries. If you want to count it in the Cancer, let us suppose what is the cusp. The second house cusp will fall in Punarvasu of last quarter is going to be the Cancer's starting pada. So Punarvasu last quarter is over. Now Pushyami first quarter is running. So in the second house, there is Pushyami first quarter running. So the second house cusp is in the Pushyami. If anybody still has a doubt, I'll give you a recording of this. Go back and forth. There is no rocket science in it. There is only hard work in it. It takes a little bit of time for the understanding to happen in the brain. Once that is established, I think it will be very, very easy. You would do it in seconds. Okay.
Yeah, it's understood, sir. But is there any way that we could locate it on Jagannatha Hora, because everything is calculated?
As far as I know, there is no way you can understand this on the. There is one thing called houses, but the problem is there is only the cusp as a degree being given, not as a, not as the pada in which the house is placed. As far as I know, there is nothing. I mean, unless there is a chart wherein which is where is the bhava cusp of each of the house for the nakshatra pada to calculate. I think it is easy to calculate, and it is good to calculate by hand, because not all the things are available. What happens with the calculation of hand is, sometimes you will be unsure of the birth time. Then you will see in which houses the nakshatra is changing. Let us suppose I'm taking this horoscope, particular one. Now, as I said, in the second house of the Cancer, you have the Punarvasu first pada starting. So if I just move this cusp by a couple of minutes, okay, just I make this 9-8, what happens is this slips off to the previous pada. It means the second house cusp now is not in Pushyami, but it is in Punarvasu. So now I will know if the person is born at 1908 or 1910, because the second house characteristics will come from the Punarvasu thing now, not from the Pushyami thing. Okay, so one of the houses, every time you put a birth time, one of the houses will change in the next. One of the nakshatras will change in the next, forward or backward. Both ways, actually. You move it backward, one nakshatra changes. You move it forward, some of the places, one nakshatra will change. You have to find out that. So it is good to have the calculation ready with you when it is at 3 degree, when it is at 5 degree, when it is at 7 degree, all that, where the nakshatra is moving, so that you have a clear understanding. I do not want to teach this. I want you to do it as a homework so that you get it easily. If I try to teach that, it becomes very cumbersome and it's not easy to understand. You have to do it with your hand. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What you can do is use the Navamsha and just move the Lagna. Keep moving the Lagna to the previous sign and the next sign. Previous sign, next sign. You can keep moving that and find out where the nakshatras keep changing. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sir. And in case if the Lagna is below 3 degrees, 15 minutes, then there won't be any change, right? Because it would be the same nakshatra pada.
No, I've shown you right now. It can be, if you move it 2 minutes more, then what happens is it will the second house is going.
Okay.
Yeah, the second house is going ahead, right?
Yeah. Got
And
it,
if
sir. Now I understand.
if you're moving it 8 minutes downwards, then it is going to move one nakshatra in the place, this place itself, in the lagna itself, because that's
Yeah,
the
because
first quarter.
because each house is a different longitude. Yeah. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Correct. Each house starts with a different pada of the star. Let us suppose you take Mesha, the Aries starts at Ashwini first pada. Okay, the Taurus starts at Kritika second pada, right? And Mrugasira starts at Gemini starts at Mrugasira third pada. So the padas of starting are 1, 2, 3, and here the Punarvasu starts at the fourth pada. So first pada, second pada, third pada, fourth pada are the startings of each. Again, it will repeat. First pada, because Makha will start here. First pada Makha will start in the Leo. Okay. Anybody who is using this chart is in the Mesha, Ashwini starts in the first pada. Okay. In the Taurus, Kritika second pada starts. That's the first quarter. Okay. If you have a Panchanga in front of you, it will be very clear, just in case somebody does not understand this. Because this starts here at Kritika 2, 3, 4, and then you have Rohini 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have Mrugashira 1 and 2. That all will make 9 padas. Now, because it is Mrugashira second pada over here, the Gemini will start with Mrugashira third pada. So, simple way of remembering it is the first sign, the fire signs will start with the first pada. The earth signs will start with the second pada, and the air signs will start with the third pada, and the watery signs will start with the fourth pada. That's as simple as that. So based on which, if you just keep moving the birth time here and there, your cusp is going to change, which is going to influence a lot on the individual. That's how we change birth time in the D1. So now let's suppose somebody asked me a question, how to see the dispositor. I'm showing you the dispositor here of the Lagna. Okay. So Lagna is in Gemini. Okay. This is Gemini here. Lagna is in Gemini. The Lord of Lagna is in Scorpio. Okay. Is in Scorpio. The Lord of Lagna is in Scorpio, and the Scorpio Lord will become the Lagna's dispositor. If anybody does not understand what a dispositor is, the Lord of the house, that you are looking at, check where it is placed. In this case, I am looking at the first house. So I want to know how the personality of the person is, or the life theme of the person is. I will look at first house. Go to first house, see the first lord. The first lord is Mercury. Mercury is placed in Scorpio. Now, the lord of Scorpio becomes the dispositor of the Lagna lord. Okay. Dispositor of Lagna lord is Mars now. So some people may say it is Ketu also, because Scorpio is co-lorded by Mars and Ketu. You have to look at both these planets, okay, and see how Mars is and how Ketu is. Now, how the life pattern of the person is will depend on Anuradha, because Mars is placed in Anuradha. The life pattern will come from Anuradha. Okay. And also you have to see Ketu, who's placed in Ardra, because Scorpio is also co-lorded by Ketu. But what mostly I would look at is Mars, most importantly, because that's the solid graha, solid planet. So take a solid planet than a shadow planet. Shadow planets are Rahu and Ketu. Solid planets are Mars. Anything other than the Rahu, Ketu are solid planets. So dispositor is that. And then you take the Lord now. First Lord is placed in, first Lord is Mercury. It's placed in Jyeshta. Take this, and Lagna is placed in Mrugashira. So you actually combine, what is it? It is Mars, yes. You actually combine Anuradha. You take 60% of Anuradha Phalitam, and then you take 20% of the Cusp Phalita, or the Cusps theme, and then you take 20% of the Lord's Phalita, that is the Jyeshta Phalita. You mix up all three and then give, this is how the life of the person is by and large. That's how it would appear, and it would work fantastically. And you can do miracles with this once you get to know all the 27 nakshatras. You can easily do miracles without having to look at the Navamsha. And after looking at the Navamsha or the Dashamsha or the Saptamsha or for that matter, any of the divisional charts, you are already clear with the D1 itself that this is the kind of result that I'm expecting based on the nakshatras of the D1. And you will, for confirmation, you will see, and for timing, you will see in D9 or D10 or D7 or respective divisional charts. Okay. I know it would still be little cumbersome to understand how this is moving. It is good to use the software and just keep moving it here and there. Sit for about 45-50 minutes. You will be able to easily make out where the pada is moving. Now let us suppose somebody wants to understand the 10th house. 10th house is Pisces, okay, because Gemini is rising. So 10th house is Pisces, okay. This is Pisces in case of North Indian chart. This is Pisces. In case of South Indian chart, this is Pisces. You count 10 signs, you get Pisces. So now the cusp of the Pisces thing you have to find out. Now the first, this is in the first pada, because you can see 3 degree, below 3 degree 20 minutes the Lagna is. So it is in the first pada of the Rashi. So here the first pada of Rashi is Purva Bhadra's 4th quarter. So the cusp of the 10th house is Purva Bhadra's 4th quarter, because Purva Bhadra 4th quarter, Uttara Bhadra's 4 padas, and then Revati has 4 padas. All put together will make 9 padas in the Rashi. Okay. So now, so you have to understand the cusp is in Purva Bhadra, and then you will look at the Lord. The Lord is in Purva Phalguni, and then the Rasi Lord of where the Lord is placed. Now the Rasi Lord, this is Leo. Leo's Lord is placed again in Scorpio. So even if you look at the professional life of this person, that will start at Scorpio. Okay. That is Anuradha is the nakshatra there. So you would see the Anuradha is going to influence more about his career as well. Now, because the Lagna Lord and the 10th Lord both are placed in Anuradha nakshatra, it means that lot of Anuradha energy is there, and you have to predict more about Anuradha for him and reduce other significations, because there are 2 planets placed in Anuradha. Okay, we will get to know this as we progress in the nakshatras. So even if you don't worry, even if you don't understand a little bit, don't worry too much. This needs a lot of practice. If you don't practice, I cannot teach you, because certain things you have to do it for yourself. Okay, please practice. Otherwise, it won't sit in your mind. It would just escape off. Now I'm moving back.
At this point.
Yes, yes.
Sir, we
Yes,
are giving. Yes, sir. We are giving the predictions in the respect of this nakshatras. Actually, this point. Then what would be the role of the 10th Lord going into the 6th? I mean, the third. There is from there it is 6th. So how to combine that actually?
So what I'm trying to teach right now is Graha, or the planet that we are looking at, will not give any result based on its own thing. Graha means something that draws out. Graha, in Telugu we call it Grahinchuta. That means something that you draw out. In Hindi, what we call it is Grahan Karna. That means you pull something from somewhere. So Grahas are going to give you a result based on where they are placed. So if in a nakshatra, if it is placed, have you not listened the first class that I have given you on the Panchanga? Did you hear the language? Did you hear the class? Panchanga class? No. Okay. Yes, go back home, read the Panchanga class. Okay, that's the first class. You have to read that. Okay, why you have to look at nakshatra, I have explained there. After having understood nakshatra, I will teach Rashi. So based on the Rashi's placement, you will understand a few things. Then we will come to planet. That's the last thing, and the planet is going to do only 10%. Your 10th Lord being in 5th house or 8th house or 12th house is not going to do anything. Okay, your 10th Lord exalted it's not going to do anything. It will not work like that. Don't go by the predictions which are normally given, wherein, oh, 10th Lord is exalted, awesome. No, it doesn't work. Okay, that we have seen.
Correct.
And when I and Tushar were working together, we were every time discussing in the evenings. We should leave off D1 because nothing is working in the D1. Because we were looking at just the placements, and first Lord is exalted, 10th Lord is exalted, nothing is happening. Why this person is like this? We do not understand. Because
Yes.
D1 chart, what is influenced more is the nakshatra and the rasi. And only 5% of the result comes from the placement of a planet. Okay. So if your planet is in exaltation, no use. If it is in a bad nakshatra based on your lagna thing, then you're going to get a very different phalita. Okay. So that's how the things are.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Go back and listen to both the lectures. If you skip lectures, it's very difficult to follow. I know they are long lectures. Yeah, they are long lectures. That's why there is a week's gap. The expectation is you would go back to the lecture and listen to it at least for 2 times. Then only something you can grab from it. Otherwise, what happens is it will go like a passing cloud. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.